Good morning, Eagles. My name is Chandler.
And my name is Bayla. And here at GJHS, we strive to be prompt, polite, and prepared.
And it's our vision that every student graduates with the skills necessary to be successful in a college or a career.
Today's show is about student debt.
Yep, but before we do that, ENN starts now. Today is Friday, April 11th of 2025.
Now, let's go over to some announcements.
The Stat Squatch Club will meet Fridays in room 1226. This club focuses on learning about mysterious and interesting events from history, science, or the unknown. Students typically lead the discussion centered on their interests. All are welcome. Attention seniors. Sign-ups for the annual Senior vs. Faculty sports events are open. The guys will continue to compete in the annual basketball game, while this year the ladies will compete in a senior versus faculty volleyball game. The games will be played during 6th and 7th period on April 11th. Sign up in room 1215 before it's too late. There are 12 spots for each team.
Those clubs are super great, and I hope that you're interested in them.
Now, let's go over to Jaden for a feature story.
The average student graduates with $30,000 in debt before they even land a job. Let's head over to Mr. Briggs to hear more.
So with higher interest rates, it really means that your monthly payment's going to be a lot higher when you get out of college and you have to pay back that loan. And unfortunately, right now interest rates are pretty high. So hopefully, the next couple of years they'll go down, and interest rates will go down with it, and it'll help your student loan payment.
According to studentaid.com, the average interest rate of student loans are 7.1%. Undergraduates have an average of 6.53%, graduates have an 8.08%, and parents/graduates have a 9.08% interest rate. Now let's see what Mr. Briggs says about what the government can do to affect student loans.
Some ways the government can help out with that is if the Fed comes out and helps lower the interest rates, that's one big thing. The government could step in and say, hey, we're going to cap student loan interest rates at a certain rate if they get too high, and who knows, there could be a time where they do more student loan forgiveness, which could potentially happen. It would depend on Congress and the president to work on that, but it might happen.
Congress plays a huge work in the inner workings of student loans, such as including who qualifies, how the interest is set, and the repayment options. You can go to usa.gov to learn more about student loans.
Well, the best way to avoid loans is really try to work as much as you can on working on scholarships and grants, and making sure you look at every possible way to get those scholarships you can possibly work when you're in college to help with that. Definitely try not to take as much out in student loans as they give you. That's always a big trap sometimes. They say, hey, you can have $20,000 in loans and you take the full amount, and you really don't need that much. So try to take only what you need for student loans if you need them.
A report done by the National Association of Student Financial Aid Administration, also known as the NASFAA, around 75% of student loans exceed tuition fees, which might indicate students borrow to pay housing or cars. Another thing that goes with student loans is the FAFSA. So let's hear Mr. Briggs talk about that.
Well, especially for you seniors, make sure your FAFSA is filled out. That helps the colleges see how much they can give you in student aid. They look at your family's income and tax bracket and all that kind of stuff to determine how much they can give you for aid.
Thank you, Mr. Briggs, for sharing your insight on student loans. I'm Jaden, signing off of ENN.
That was a really great featured story. I learned a lot from it.
Now, let's go over to Colton to learn about how to prevent student debt.
Master's degree for what? I can't even get a job. And I've got so many student loans.
Thank you, Colton. Now I hope I don't get into any debt.
I'm Chandler.
And I'm Bayla.
Signing off of ENN.
Bye.